Admiral Ryokugyu, Greenbull, the strongest bounty hunter. Hi everyone, Flying Panda. Greenbull is the name of the admiral in the Marines. Greenbull was briefly mentioned by the Flamingo while talking to Futura, calling the two of them beasts. Everything Greenbull is based off is already explained in Bex's awesome video and also for my Momotaro video, so do check it out if you haven't. I spoke about it in the past, so we won't talk about them in this video. But what I will talk about in this video is the connections between Greenbull and the bounty hunting system. If you can't remember what is a bounty hunter, then you can look no further than our pirate hunter, Vice Captain Zoro, who started off as a bounty hunter. Zoro had quite the reputation as a bounty and pirate hunter throughout East Blue. It hasn't been mentioned explicitly, but I think it's safe to assume that he was in fact the most notorious bounty hunter in all of East Blue, going by his nickname and the fact that people such as Arlong, Creed and Smoker were the strongest pirates and marines likewise. Bounty hunters are people who make a living out of catching criminals for the bounty on their head. The reason behind a bounty hunter doing their job is often mixed. Some are hunting down criminals just for money, others to bring them to justice, their way, and some for fame. Of course, there are those who hunt down bounties for the challenge they offer as a means of testing their own level of skills. Bounty hunters also act independently from our established law enforcement groups and are free to roam as they please. They also have no fixed workings, and some may hunt solo and with others, making them nomads at best. While they are sometimes no better than criminals themselves, they are left alone to hunt criminals, so as long as they do not break the law while doing so, regardless, all criminals apprehended are released into custody of the Marines, dead or alive. You might be thinking that if Greenbull was a bounty hunter, then he must be evil and the Marines would never accept him. Wrong. Bounty hunters are not pirates, so do not get confused. Bounty hunters are in the category of law enforcers, enact justice on the One Piece world. This includes the police, the Shichibukai, Cipher Pol, and the Marines. A good example is Daddy Masterson, also known as Daddy the Father, is a bounty hunter located in the East Blue town of Logtown. He is known for his expert sharpshooting skills and apparently even gained praise from notable Marine including Vice Admiral Smoker, and notably pirates include Yasopp. Due to Yasopp sparing his life, Daddy's pride had been tarnished, hence he resigned as a Marine officer. Years later, he met Yasopp in Logtown and challenged him to a duel. During his time as a bounty hunter, he continued to walk in and out of the Marine base as he pleases. In truth, he is doing the Marines a favour in order to enact the justice. So we know Marines and bounty hunters can have a good working relationship. So is this enough to justify that Greenbull is a bounty hunter? Let's go in deeper. Throughout the series, bounty hunters have been mentioned throughout, and even though it was not obvious to the story, it cannot be missed. It started with Zoro, then meeting his old partners Yoshoku and Johnny, meeting Baroque Works, who are all bounty hunters, and the strongest being Mr. One, aka Daz Bones. Daz Bones is a former bounty hunter who joined Baroque Works and was the highest ranked male officer agent and the strongest under Crocodile himself. Before joining with Baroque Works, Daz was an infamous bounty hunter from West Blue and was known as the Killer for his deadly skills. He was one of the most well-known bounty hunters in West Blue, to the point where even Zoro, who was on the other side of the red line, had heard of him. For Zoro to defeat him further highlights that bounty hunters are strong and must be respected. We can only speculate that his epithet stems from the fact that he'd rather bring in the fugitives dead than alive. It's only a little detail, but I think Daz was to West Blue what Zoro was to East Blue. Funny enough, they both left their professions as bounty hunters to join other groups, and I think this trend will continue in the future. It did not end there. The Frankie family were also bounty hunters, and his followers were originally enemies of the Straw Hats until circumstances forced them to become allies. It did not end there. During the Dressrosa arc, we met Abdullah, a criminal and a former bounty hunter who joined as a gladiator at the Kuroda Coliseum to compete with Miranomi, along with his partner Jeet. And the one who was giving Luffy a hard time was Jean Ango. Before the fighting tournament, Jean Ango captured many of the impound down convicts that had escaped with Luffy 2 years earlier. So far, we have learned that bounty hunters are reminded to us throughout, and it would be fitting that the strongest bounty hunter in the world is to face off to Zoro, and what way to kill two birds with one stone by making him an admiral as well. I can't see Zoro fighting Fujitora besides both of them just having swords. Much like his predecessor, Kuzan, Fujitora is strongly against the Marine's dogma of absolute justice and extremely vocal in his opposition of it. His disgust with the corruption and evil in the world is such that he has intentionally blinded himself many years ago as to avoid ever seeing it again. He particularly holds strong disdain for the Shichibukai system, longing to get rid of it. Fujitora formally apologized to King Raku and his citizens on behalf of the Marines, and risking his admiral position. It seems that he might be allied to the Straw Hats instead of facing them off, but again, don't forget, this is my theory, so don't get angry about this part. Also to continue, if Greenbull was a pirate, then Fujitora would never agree. However, if he was a bounty hunter, this would be different. Now this theory makes much more sense, but it's still speculation. If you go back to Beck's amazing theory, in the movie, Zatoichi vs Yojimbo holds two interesting details that could parallel Fuji and Greenbull. Firstly, they call each other monsters and beasts, implying equally, and second, Yojimbo, who is portraying Greenbull, is also portrayed as some sort of bounty hunter in the film, or at least someone who only works at a price. So maybe Greenbull is the exact opposite of Fujitora, who joined the Marines out of idealism, while Greenbull may have joined out of opportunism because the world government offered him a large amount of money, so he gave up his bounty hunting business. Does this make sense? Well, it's a theory, so still there's so many gaps left, and as the series of One Piece goes on, we will hopefully fill in those gaps. To end off, Zoro has beaten Dazbones. He will now face off against Greenbull, and this will lead to the final matchup against Shiryu of the Rain. Thanks for watching this video. What do you think? Leave your comments down below. Do check out Beck's theory. In the editing throughout this video was using Beck's super editing skills, so do check out his channel and his videos. And subscribe to him as well. Please keep like. If you haven't, please subscribe to Flying Panda.